We are going live, everybody. We're in a queue, but we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. I find it kind of wild that there are so many people who want to play this game at pretty much all times. Like I'm always in a queue as of this update. The queue's got at least 2,000 people in it. If it looks like the video's freezing, it's because I'm clicking out of the window. It's still got me in the queue.
Hello.
Oh my god, the man lives. What's up, Richie?
Not much.
Right on. Welcome to the stream. How we doing?
Stream? What?
Yeah, I've been streaming PokeMMO for about 10 minutes.
Oh, Discord just says you're playing or streaming. That's weird.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I'm sitting in the queue right now because there's a
Same, man.
2,000 person queue.
Well, I mean, Johto's been one. People wanted Johto for 3+ years.
Oh, people have
It
wanted
only makes
Johto since the
sense.
beginning, but I mean, we were patiently waiting. So yeah, I mean, we're again patiently waiting. Oh yeah, I don't have much time to play today though because I gotta go to work.
I mean, to be fair, so I mean, with Johto being released now, at least we know that the second region will be Johto we go to.
Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, I started an entirely new character for this run and deleted one of my original characters for this.
It wasn't the one we were all doing, was it?
No, no, no. It was actually the first character I created for the run we were doing. But if you remember, I swapped starters and caught back up to you guys.
Hmm.
So I have a second character that I've been using for that run. But I deleted the original character because I wasn't using it. Hey, I'm in. So anyway, I've got all male characters now. The one character was a female character. I don't know what I was doing there, but um I've got Crooked One Lion XX on either end of that, which is my secondary character that I was running with you guys, which has looks like Venusaur, Meowth, Golem, Alakazam, Pikachu, and Gyarados. Then I've got my like solo account, Professor Death, which is Vulpix, Ponyta, Pikachu, Gyarados, Weepinbell, and Meowth. And then I've got King Death Chaser, which has a Hoot Hoot, a Ghastly, a Bellsprout, a Poliwag, Totodile, and an Onix.
Hmm.
Keep in mind, I haven't played very far into the region. I just happened to find that Ghastly.
Yeah.
But anyway, I made it into the server, so that's what I'm doing currently for about the next 40 minutes or so.
Fair enough.
And then I believe, yes, I was trying to grind my Hoot Hoot up to level 10, and then I'm going to go see what the gym's all about. Oh, you know what? There's a trainer right here I can fight.
Yeah, I'm not waiting in that queue. Fuck that.
I mean, you can always, like, jump in the queue and then play some Scarlet or something. Or Violet.
Speaking of which.
I will say the region looks really, really good. Music sounds really, really good. It feels smoother. Like, PokeMMO in general feels smoother.
I mean, wait. Oh, I thought it always felt smooth. I think the only unsmoothness was kind of like the occasional latency.
It was something about the controls for me. Like, up, down, left, right. It felt a little slow. This feels a little more precise now. I don't know if it's just this region, because I've never played anything except Kanto.
You said, yeah, so you did respond to me. You said fun times, and then repeated, Johto is in PokeMMO. MMO. But did you
Oh,
actually read what I said? Like, about Cynthia and Red, if they teamed up?
yeah.
They would essentially become the biggest powerhouse in the Pokemon universe.
Yep. I mean, there's not really a team that can touch theirs, like collectively.
I think because I thought about this, and I was like, I think the only way Arceus would actually win, like properly win, would be if Arceus then he would have to cheese it a little bit because he'd have to summon Giratina, Dialga, and Palkia to aid him. That would
Yeah.
be the only way Arceus could get out of it. Mewtwo wouldn't help. Mew would, but Mew's not really a fighting Pokemon. Like, it'll try and make peace.
Right, right.
But given that Red can catch Mewtwo, it's probably pretty safe to assume he could also catch Mew.
The first Pokemon poisoned my Hoot Hoot. The other
Wait, no, that
three
wouldn't
are all
work.
dead now.
Oh. Wait, no, that still wouldn't work, because Cynthia being Sinnoh champion, she's had encounters with all three. Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. And they view Cynthia as a friend, meaning I don't even think they would even respond to Arceus.
Uh,
He'd have to do some weird bullshit and
He'd go
freaking
like,
summon,
hey,
like,
and they'd go, what?
he'd send a request to like every legendary who is able to help. Which would probably end this, like, if we assume it's the Sinnoh region, as it's typically the only region Arceus ever visits. It would probably end the Sinnoh region.
Most likely. Oh, and there goes my Hoot Hoot. God damn it. Alright, Ghastly, finish it up.
I watched this morning. I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Nice, nice. Did you like it?
Have you seen? Yeah, have you seen it?
Yeah. I think I watched it the day it came out on fucking Disney.
Yeah. I just haven't had the time to watch it, but you know, being
I
Sunday.
usually do premieres, new releases, stuff like that. I'm kind of that way.
Well, like I couldn't because I was working. But yeah, no, that's the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Yep, and it was kind of epic too.
So the emotion rating is on par with Endgame.
Yeah.
Like they. I mean, granted, in Endgame they actually did kill people off, and in this they didn't. But it felt like they did when Rocket died, and then came back, and then Quill.
Wholeheartedly felt that.
Um, but not even just that. It's just that, like, we see how Rocket was treated, and even freaking Nebula even said he was treated worse than she was by Thanos. No, I would have. The reason I didn't join the call, like, when you got back immediately, was because my older brother was talking to me about Marvel Comics.
Right on.
Specifically one about Thanos being arrested by police in New York.
Oh?
Thanos was bested by Hellcat and Spider-Man trying to get a
Bet.
cosmic cube.
Bet.
Well, actually, to be fair, I think it is also a random child in the street picked up the cube, and Thanos didn't want to kill the child, but the child didn't want to hand it over. So Thanos.
He's flattened half of the entire civilization already, but doesn't want to kill a single child.
That's because that's not who Thanos is. Thanos is not actually evil. Or at least, he genuinely believes he isn't. He does what he believes is the best thing for the universe.
Yes,
Hence
kill
why in
half of
Endgame
everything.
it's...
That's the best thing.
Well, yeah. That's how that's the solution he deemed appropriate. Because if you destroy half of all life, then the other half would prosper. In a way, although I'm sure there's other ways you could go around doing it, like using the stones to double the resources. In a way, he's still not wrong.
I mean, in a way, he is absolutely wrong as well. There's a lot of ways to go about perceiving that.
But that's the thing. The heroes perceived it as it being absolutely wrong. Thanos perceived it as being absolutely right.
Yeah, but the thing is there's no way in any way, shape, or form that it can be absolutely right, especially given the ability of the Infinity Gauntlet. It's just, it does not make sense. Literally biggest plot hole in the entire arc of the Mad Titan. You have infinite power, the ability to shape reality at your will. And you decide that killing is still the best option, you're fucking evil. Sorry. I mean, if you wanted to take a real scientific standpoint on it, and I know it's a little weird to use science and magic together, you could have just terraformed several hundred planets that were uninhabitable. He could make 1 billion Earths if he wanted to.
Oh, he hates Earth.
Yeah, but this is the thing. He could make 1 billion Earth-like planets, right? At the snap of his gauntlet. There's no limitation on the Infinity Gauntlet from what I understand, as far as the explanation in the lore is.
Yeah, okay, so the stones themselves have no limits. However, the user does. For our limits, the user has to abide by. Which is why he almost died. Thanos almost died when he snapped his fingers, wiping out half the universe. That is
Okay,
because you pay a
but
you pay a
theoretically,
price, which
you
is
could regenerate your strength and do it again, correct?
uh possibly.
Like, he
I
didn't die.
mean,
He just
we
sent
see his
himself off to
arm.
some very nice, peaceful area so he could recoup.
Yeah, but we do see his arm was full on destroyed essentially.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to imagine how much it would take to destroy what? There's 7 billion people on Earth alone, and I'm willing to bet that it wasn't just Earth that he hit. Because they weren't even on Earth when they
Well,
were
no,
fighting.
he hit the entire universe.
Yeah, right. So if you hit the entire universe's worth of life,
But no,
okay,
yes,
that's
but
not
what
even
I'm
close to the number 7 billion. That's probably maximize that by up to 10, 15 times.
yeah, no, no. What I'm trying to say is basically, if he snapped his finger to double resources, let's say, or make a bunch more Earths, that is that that is something different than what he did. He destroyed half of what was already there, whereas instead he would be adding, he would be creating things from the void,
Aye,
which
but you see, this is where I brought up that scientific explanation earlier of terraforming.
yes,
You're
no,
you're essentially using the
I
law of
mean
alchemy. You're taking things that were already there and changing them into new things. That's reality stone. That's one fucking stone.
mm, well, yeah,
And what's funny is
like
Thanos
Wonder
hated
did.
humans so much, but I, as a human, just created a better and probably more solid plan than he did for establishing a longer thriving, like, universal community, let's say. Make more planets and allow people to go to those planets. I mean, shit, think about all of the space debris, all these asteroids and shit that are flying around right now that are still currently forming new planets. He could just take all of those and smash them together. And then, accelerate time a little bit, and wow, we have a whole new planet. There's a couple of different ways he could go about it. I'm assuming with the gauntlet, he would have some culmination of all of those things and be able to just, a whole planet together.
Uh, I'm just looking at like the laws of the stones. I've not reached the part I'm looking for, but I know we saw this in Loki, the TV show. Um, the stones themselves will only work in their universe.
Right.
So
I'm well aware of
taking,
that.
yeah. Um, according to the laws as well, Thanos actually lied about he destroyed the stones. He actually lied about it.
Well, yeah, you can't destroy the stones unless they're taken out of the universe. And even then, it's extremely hard.
Well, Thanos said he used the stones to destroy the stones, which is impossible. The stones cannot destroy each other.
Yep. Although, can the stones destroy themselves?
We've seen the stones not directly. However, as we know, Scarlet Witch, Wanda, does have the reality
She's capable
stone
of breaking one.
built. Well, yeah, she harnessed the power of the reality stone without actually having to have the reality stone, similar to Captain Marvel harnessed the Tesseract without actually having to use the Tesseract.
Yep.
I can't remember what stone that actually is. I think it's the Mind Stone, isn't it?
Now that you said something, I don't know.
I say mind because when we see Loki using it, he just takes control of people's like he just controls them. So I imagine it's the Mind Stone, the
Right.
blue one. Apparently we've seen. So yeah, it says it can. So it can. So the stones can obviously create things, but it says the gauntlet can be seductive and corrupt those wielding it. The amount of corruption you get is dependent on what you're trying to do. Like, so
Thanos was already killing people before he had the gauntlet.
yeah, which is why it didn't actually fully kill him. Because he wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary that he would normally do. It says so. This is referencing to the comics because we've only ever seen Thanos using the gauntlet minus Iron Man in when he snaps to give it to Thanos,
Right.
which does.
But in the
kill him,
comments,
actually.
in the comics, he uses it quite a bit more.
In the comics, it says Iron Man became tempted to end all of humanity's issues and create a technological paradise on Earth, but apparently he became essentially a tyrant under its influence. So he got insanely corrupted for trying to solve Earth's issues.
Right.
But he didn't die, which again makes
Surprising.
sense. He's not doing anything out of the ordinary. If like Iron Man decided to
Yeah, but he's still a human, you would think.
Yeah, but the stones don't really care about what species you are.
Yeah, but you saw what the one stone did to Peter Quill.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine a single person wielding the strength of all of the Infinity Stones, even through the proper method like the Infinity Gauntlet. A single use would probably kill them. As proven by Iron Man, who was fully decked out in his suit, got smoked.
Well, he got smoked because he did something that is not something he normally does.
Saves people?
When Iron Man snapped his fingers, he did it to eliminate Thanos and his entire army out of existence.
He did it to eliminate Earth's greatest threat, which is
Yes.
not out of the ordinary for him.
It's not of the ordinary, but it's the fact that Iron Man, obviously, he has killed in the past, but
Oh, he
he's
definitely
not
killed in the
natively
past.
bad. The stones would just see that as an opposite of what Iron Man is, or what he was meant to be.
I guess that's
Hence,
judgment of intent, because if he intends to save everybody by killing, that's a catch-22 and a super big loophole.
well, yeah, but that's what I mean. The stones are also sentient.
Yeah, so they would have to be fair. If they're sentient, that means they understand moral situations. It means they understand the obligation that somebody has set forth for themselves. Like, for example, let's use a hero that's completely unrelated to Marvel. Let's say Batman were to use the stones, right, to kill someone. That would totally corrupt him. However, Iron Man, who literally escaped terrorism by killing a bunch of dudes in a cave, did what was right to save himself. Let's say, I don't know, Spider-Man got a hold of the gauntlet. What do you think would happen?
Hello, motherfucker.
Well,
Hello, thank you for the follow.
well, that depends on what Spider-Man is going to do with stones. Like, just wearing it, the stones will read his mind, which is how the effects already start taking place.
Right.
Like, even before the snap, your arm will already start.
Yeah, as soon as you throw the
Like,
glove on, it starts the
multicolored.
corruption.
Well, not corruption. In that part, you have to focus on what you actually want, but you have to be certain.
I think Spider-Man would be a good fit for the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, but I don't. Spider-Man has never.
I don't think he's ever
Intentionally killed.
intentionally killed somebody.
So I think I don't believe if it was him, I don't think he would actually have snapped Thanos and his army out of existence.
You think he would have just like
I would go-
teleported them somewhere?
Yeah, because killing them would go
Entirely against what he stands for?
Yeah.
I tried to use Batman as that reference, but then I also thought about Spider-Man.
Likewise, Captain America, but he has killed people. But
Captain America, yeah, he was a
Or-
World War
well-
II guy, so his mindset would be kind of slightly different than most others.
yeah, although he is pure of heart, which in the comics does actually allow him to have a bit more
I mean,
versatility.
in
when
general, it
using the
allows him to
gauntlet.
lift Thor's hammer, so I mean, that's got to mean something.
Oh yeah, no.
Spider-Man can also grab a hold of Thor's hammer and use it sometimes. In the
He's
comics,
never
at the very
used it
least.
before. No, in the comics.
That's a solid question. Also, at one point, Deadpool was a Thor, but that, I don't know if that counts.
No, I don't think that counts.
Yeah, I don't think we count that.
Mm.
You didn't know Deadpool was a Thor? Oh my god, babe.
Thing
Yeah,
is,
that's a whole thing.
the thing with the stones is, well, the gauntlet with the stones is, it really does not matter who the hell you are. If what you are doing requires a heavy toll, that toll will happen. So even if it was like Deadpool must die, if upon using the gauntlet, he would die.
I don't know about
His
that one,
abilities
Chief.
would become the stones kill you. The stones are more powerful than anything. Minus a few, like the elders. The elder gods could stop it.
I'm actually going to hit that with a Google search real quick.
Yeah, just could the Infinity
I'm literally
Stones-
asking, could the Infinity Gauntlet kill Deadpool?
Yes, that's what I got.
It's speculation because the movie does not expressly state how the gauntlet kills everyone, but if that's what it did, then it should be enough to kill Deadpool. Yeah, okay, so it atomizes everything.
Um.
And at that point, no, he could not come back.
Okay, so yeah, no, I found one which it says something. It says the same thing essentially, just with a different context. It says, yes, he would die. Deadpool's regenerative ability powers are
Oh, if he's
genetic. The
decapitated,
infinity,
he can't regenerate either.
the Infinity Gauntlet has power of energy, space, time, souls, mind, and reality itself. Just using the Reality Stone alone would be enough to kill Deadpool, because you could just make it so his genetic abilities don't exist. Deadpool would be useless.
Apparently,
So
Deadpool
yeah,
can be drowned. He can be killed with his own sword, and Wolverine also has a sword that can kill him.
if I remember though, you can only kill him for a few hours like that.
Nope.
He will come
Apparently,
back, apparently.
his carbonadium sword negates all healing factors and kills him. The Muramasa sword also negates healing factors and kills people.
Mm.
And then
Although I
apparently,
don't
if
think
he
Deadpool
is
would.
drowned, he can be completely killed.
I feel like it would be in Deadpool's better interests to actually use the stones to cure himself of cancer, because that way it puts because he's dying of cancer. His regeneration ability is literally the only thing keeping him alive, and but that does put a strain on his powers. It's similar to Logan Wolverine.
Right.
He was growing old, but his body kept healing, which was killing him. It was making it more painful for him. It would be similar to Deadpool because he's got cancer. His powers are constantly active.
Right.
But if he got rid of a cancer, then his powers wouldn't cause as much an issue on his body.
Gotcha.
So, I think Deadpool's case would be a matter of he'd use it for self-preservation over using it on others.
Realistically, I think if the Infinity Gauntlet saw he was only trying to save himself, that would actually only play in his favor.
Yeah.
I got disconnected from the game server.